Hey guys, so I finally got around to actually watching everybody's videos from the past 2 weeks. Um, and I've heard of Attack on Titan, but I haven't watched it yet because the people in my apartment who did watch it, like, completely spoiled the entire series for me. So I might watch it over Christmas break, but I don't know. Um, yeah, because I am not doing anything over Christmas break. Uh, so first, before I get into paranormal spooky stuff, I wanted to just like talk about something completely like random and separate that I've talked about before on my main channel, I think, and maybe on this channel. But I have like a really strange obsession with journals, and so the other day we went to Barnes and Noble, and they have like a huge journal section usually, but like this one didn't really have that big of a journal section. And I spent like an hour and a half just in journals, and like rather than just feeling like the outside of the journal, I like flip through the pages and just like feel the paper to see if it's good paper or not. And my parents think I'm weird, but I really love journals. I think that everybody should have one. Um, so paranormal stuff now. Yeah, I believe in paranormal stuff. Um, I don't know if any of you have seen like Ghost Hunters or that sort of show stuff, but Ghost Hunters actually came to a place that's near my house and like did all their testing or whatever and like said that it was haunted. Um, but like that's where I've experienced paranormal stuff. Like my friend says there's like ghosts in my house, but um I've never really experienced them being here because like I don't know, I guess like the way that she puts it, it's like if depending on who you are, it affects like if you can like see or interact with that sort of thing. But when we drove past this place near my house, it's called Valentine, and uh, we drove past it one time because we were driving to the mall, and like out of the corner of my eye, I like see something in the window, so I look up and I'm like, "Holy crap!" There's like a silhouette in the window, and like it was just standing there, and I could tell like it was a long-haired woman. And then like we had just gone to like the mall to go get gas or something and like come back, so it hadn't been very long, but like when we came back there was nothing in the window and like no lights were on or anything up there, and I just like didn't know what was going on. Um Also, there's like this abandoned building at my school, and apparently there's like a bunch of activity going on in this building. I've never actually been in it, but I took pictures of the outside, and one of the pictures that I have, there's like this sort of like white shadow, I guess, in the picture, and it sort of looks like a body sort of thing, but like it looks like it's moving like really fast through the window. And when I've showed it to like a bunch of people, they're like, don't even say that that's what it is because like we don't want to know that that's here. Um, but for me, like a lot of like the paranormal sort of stuff I've experienced has like happened this year. Uh, in my apartment, we've had like a bunch of weird issues and like nobody knows what's going on because like when we first got there a bunch of stuff was like broken, and then it started like once we fixed something, something else would break, and like once we fixed that, something else would break, and whatever, and like kept going on in like a cycle. And so like people were like, okay, like whatever, it's just our apartment. um and then the other day I had this like dream that like I was walking through campus and I went into this one building on like this ghost hunt thing that they were having at my school. And, like, all of a sudden I hear, like, scratching in the ceiling of the building. And I'm like, oh my god, like, we need to get out of here. And I'm, like, running out of the building, and I can, like, just feel it, like, chasing me. And then, like, the other day I was sleeping in the apartment, like, just taking a nap or whatever. And the second I woke up, it felt like the entire apartment, like, was going through an earthquake. Like, the most violent earthquake ever, but like nothing else was shaking, like, but it was just like my body felt like the entire apartment building was shaking. And then, like, the second that my roommate walked into the apartment, it stopped. And I was like super freaked out, and I told her about it, and she's like, oh my god, I can't leave you by yourself, this is so freaky. So yeah, I believe in, like, paranormal stuff, and I've watched, like, a bunch of, like, ghost hunting shows because I find that stuff interesting. And I don't know, I think it'd be cool to, like, go with ghost hunting people and, like, see and hear what they see and hear, cuz the shows I've watched, just like, holy crap, what's going on? And they're just really cool. So yeah. Besides paranormal stuff, like, because for me, I connect both, like, paranormal and supernatural. Like, they're both sort of similar. Um, One of my other apartment mates had, like, hung this thing over the door, and, like, nobody noticed it until, like, the second day it was up there. And when we saw it, I, like, just looked up at it, and my heart, like, sank to the floor. Like, I felt like I was, like, I couldn't walk through the door unless that the thing above the door had been, like, taken down and, like, emptied. And when we got back from, like, getting dinner wherever we had gone, my boyfriend was over at the apartment, and he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna empty it, and we're gonna, like, figure out what's going on. And he opened it, and there were, like, apple seeds in it, and we're like, okay, well, what are they for? And so we called my other apartment mate, and she was just like, oh, it was, like, a protection spell, and, like, my conscience told me to do this and whatever. And we were like, okay, well, one, apple seeds are, like, poisonous, and there's, like, arsenic in them, and two, don't ever do that without asking. And she was like, don't take it down, don't take it down. So, like, what happened was my boyfriend's like, okay, well, like, I'll take care of it, and then we just, like, won't tell her that we emptied it. So he emptied it, and then, like, was trying to burn the apple seeds, and, like, they weren't burning. Like, they were just, like, sitting on fire and not burning. And he comes back inside, just like, yeah, the apple seeds were burning green, like a green flame, and they didn't burn fully, and so they were just, like, sitting outside. And, like, my apartment mate comes back, and she's like, okay, you didn't take it down, okay, whatever. And we're like, we emptied it, though, and, like, it was creepy, and nobody felt good about it, and it just was not okay. My one apartment mate, I just don't like her at all. Like, she recommended where to get my hair done, and, like, in the first video I made, obviously it was, like, pink, but now it's just, like, gross and blonde and nasty. So, yeah. I'm going to recommend something to you guys, that's not Saw, because apparently I'm the only one who likes those movies. Let's see. I'm going to recommend 1 Hour Photo. It has Robin Williams in it, and it's funny and weird. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like a thriller horror movie thing. But it's really good, and there's photo stuff in it, so because I'm obsessed with photography, which, you know. And I have sad news. I was supposed to go to a con next week on Saturday, but nobody's going because we're all stuck at school because of finals. So that's just joyous. Because like we were all gonna carpool down there and then like hang out and whatever, and I was just gonna stay home because it's my boyfriend's birthday on the 8th. So I was just gonna be like chilling at home with my family and having cake and whatever, and apparently I'm just staying at school until the 12th. So yay! Yeah. But I will see you all next week. Bye.